Hi. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depends where you are. I'm Irene Wong, your host for Everything Ballroom. Today, we are very excited to have some guests, and then hopefully you already know our channel is focused on helping Pro-Am competitors to learn from the experience so we can shorten our journey to success. We also like to introduce this ballroom industry to many new people as well. So if you like what we do, please give us thumbs up and subscribe to the channel Everything Ballroom. So today our guest is a judge, a coach, and especially a very successful event organizer. So he has created multiple events, organizer for Winter Open Chicago, Sarasota Challenge, and Florida State Dance Sport Championships, and South Open, which our company Everything Ballroom will be attending in December as well. I'm sure this guest will be sharing with us a lot of his experience, and we all learn from it. So, welcome, Sid Pocius. So I'm still trying
Yay!
to learn to pronounce the name. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for, I think you're doing fabulous job promoting our beautiful genre.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Before we start, definitely let's lighten up by asking you, share with us one thing that made you smile.
I don't have one thing, Irene. I have, but I have two actually, one of each. One of my personal life. So that's my daughter. She's the love of my life. She's 5 years old. Her name is Arya. So of course she has um, my heart in her little hand. So she makes me smile. And when it comes to profession, that's why I wake up and work. It is ballroom dancing, how change people's life. I've seen it over and over again, and I feel very blessed. And each time, I'm just feel very lucky that I can be part of it, and definitely that makes me smile. Then I see so many, so many lives being moved, changed, enriched for two things.
So beautiful. I have kids, so I totally understand what you're talking about. They are just connected to heart. And ballroom dancing to me also is connected to heart. If people actually, involved to that's what I am doing this because I'm passionate about it. 17 years in it, still going, and will never stop because it's just such a beautiful sport. And thank you for sharing this. So you have been in the business for quite a long time, right? So you must see some of the changes along the journey of yours. And we like to see what are the changes and, how do you see, it can be, positively, moved to a directions that if uh, you are in control.
Huh. Um, I'm not that conservative much. So, some people, they not too happy about new generations and complain like, oh, I don't like this. Like in my days, and nowadays, it used to be that way. And so, in my case, I'm pretty content what's happening in our dance industry. Um, but you are right. I've been dancing since I was 6 and competing since I was 7. Because the first year, no competition. And then I started competing, and start organizing events since I was 18. So that's when I started organizing events, all kinds of events, dancing, expo. Actually, I was working with one company and organized expositions. So, but definitely ballroom dancing, it was all my life. When it comes to the change, what I would like maybe to see It is combining more styles, because I'm a fan of all styles of dancing. Of course, ballroom is my favorite, but involving modern dancing and jazz and break dancing, and hopefully, it seems that we're going through waves. Back in the day, we had a bigger we had bigger stadiums and more audience in the competitions. However, back in the day, we didn't have that many events. So might change. That's what I work, I promote. Let's bring more people. Let's bring more supporters. Let's bring more audience. And one way how we can do that, it is, I think, by combining with maybe more styles, bringing that might help. But yeah, regarding changes, all changes are good. Costume changes. Well, actually, on the topic, sometimes for girls, for teen girls, I think for younger, we ride on the image and becomes too risque. So I would like to see less. Let's reach some particular level, each category where we can maybe put more implement rules. But our designers, the costumes, I think is great. I do not miss, if you know what is a cat costume for the guys, how they used to dance in one piece back in the day. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but you can find videos. So all the changes are great.
Yeah. Actually,
Evolving.
this is really good. You mentioned one thing is that there's so many more competition now, and then you yourself has many of those running the competitions, right? So as a pro am dancers, how would you suggest us, look for what kind of, events, we should attend from your standpoint, right? So any advice and, on on how we choose a dance competition. I'm sure you have a lot of events and what our dancers telling you how you see receive all this competition that we should. We all have limited money, right? How to prioritize and go.
Well, I don't want to. All competitions are wonderful. So if you need to pick a competition, you cannot go wrong with any of them. But some are better than others. Always, my suggestion it is definitely it is listen your teacher. Professionals, they pay their dues, spend lots of time in their career, attending lots of events, lots of competitions, and they do know which event what is all about. Because some competitions a little bit more competitive. Some competitions gather more for social dancing, more, some of them more on entertainment. And once again, it depends on the area which one you want to go. Is it important for you to be in the warm climate, in the beautiful, comfortable hotel? For some people, that doesn't matter. So you might want to go to event where it's just closer to your house. So when it comes to how picking which event, in any case, when you prepare for the competition, first of all, definitely those our viewers who are watching, and if you are just beginner and you haven't competed, but thinking about, or even not thinking, do it. That's the best thing. What have you done? The best decisions you made in your life. It is due competition. It is something out of this world. It's very extraordinary. And then once you made this commitment, don't forget it's all about fun, because definitely everybody nervous and they care how they look. That's normal. That's a good thing to be anxious or nervous. And a tip for you, you're never gonna feel ready. Never gonna feel ready. It's like everyone, no matter how good you are, world champions, ask them, are they ready? They're gonna tell you no. So you're not gonna feel ready. Hopefully, you'll be nervous because that's a good thing. And once you're getting ready, have fun. Trust your teacher, your leader, your coach, your partner, and enjoy the progress. It's all about the progress. That's actually why those competitions are good. Besides that, you're gonna have so much fun at the event. It's the progress. Every single lesson, you start thinking differently. You start preparing differently. You start absorbing information from different angle. So that process, what makes really memorable.
Can't agree with you more. And I also want to address what you start earlier. I asked this question pointedly because there's some negativity around this competition, so not fair, something like that. But I personally agree as well. Everything has good and bad. Let's focus on the good, right? So there
Absolutely.
are so many good, and nothing is perfect. Let's if we focus on the goods area, and then you can enjoy it so much better. Like what you say, I'm totally agree with you. I would never thought I'm ready, but I did it,
Yeah.
and it
And
does change. Everything that now I'm still competing after 17 years, right? So when I started, I just for fun. Now I feel differently. Like what you said, it really, really changed how we think about things, how we feel things, how we look things, and it does, if we make it fun, focus on the fun part, and focus to enrich ourselves, our experience, instead of compared to the neighbor. And maybe the
absolutely.
neighbor have done 17 years, and then you nervous, like what you said, it's all good. And embrace these uncomfortable feelings. And actually these keep us alive and keep us motivated and keep us young. I need to say
True,
this. This
true. Yes.
keep us
But
young.
we might. I'm biased, obviously, because I mean in this beautiful industry. But if you look our dancers, they look younger. They truly are, and they become younger because it's all about health, beauty, happiness. So that's what made the secret of youthfulness. So if you see all the dancers, they're becoming looking and feeling younger.
Exactly. I love what you said about those three things, right? Is about make yourself happy, make yourself active, feel young. And if you in the process don't have that, and then I would suggest you to any program dancers, then stop and reflect why I'm doing this. Instead of just keep going forward, stress, stress, stress. We interview a couple of the world champion. They basically said sometime when we are just too focused on winning, 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 stress, 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 it take away the joy of dancing, the original purpose of dancing away. So what you saying, those three goals, and remind ourselves what is our goal, why
Absolutely.
we're doing this as well. And I want to
And that's
echo.
why very important on your journey to have a teacher, a coach, a mentor who always will guide you. Because that's no matter what you do, I guess, in life, that's very important. So,
Yeah, and also, we probably were gonna. I was just talking about finding the right mentor is also very important, and understand a personality where you match. I keep saying that myself. I've been here for 17 years competing. Finding a right mentor is as hard as finding a husband. Sorry,
it's
it's not hard.
true,
It's
yes.
just
Or
kidding.
finding a wife, even harder.
Yes, a wife and partner. Because it's really a partnership, right? Ballroom dancing is a partnership. It's learning to communicate. It's great, you know, magnified to your life, how we communicate with other, understand each other, to be able to share, ideas, listen to your coach, but also understanding your needs to reflect each other, right? So they can help you achieve your goal. What is your reason? Like what you said, depends on the event, is very interesting. You're talking about it could be and just go to entertain yourself. It could be just social more. It could be very competitive. So depends on what you see, and you find the right coach and find the right competition to go. And again, must join competition really to me. Um, it is a life, is a big change in how you see the whole ballroom dancing with that,
Absolutely,
with it.
definitely, definitely. And when it comes to the coach, if I may, it's so there is a different elements what makes a good coach. Sometimes it's just the tone of voice, sometimes some chemistry, or the method the coach chooses to educate, train, teach the person. So those elements very important. However, I also would like to express, to stretch, that we need to give time to the coach and credit, with not necessarily to run and look for better one, because sometimes I see that people, for various reasons, either for results or for who knows what, they keep changing the teacher or coach. They keep taking lessons from so many, and still no result. And on opposite side, those people who stuck to the group of coaches or the one coach and do not change, they actually doing so well, really. And yeah, and if you look, majority of the champions or those top dancers in the world, they stick with the same coach or a few coaches for a long time.
You'd like to echo for you, right? Just like husband and wife and coach and partnership, it is truly is a relationship. So I truly believe no matter what, as a poem, any professional will be, experienced professional will be better than us, will be able to lead us through their experience and journey. How it's matter of how we communicate with each other. Do you understand how he coach you? Can you address those misunderstanding and issues, emotions on that? It's very important because it's a partnership. You know how to action and reaction is a communication, is nonverbal, is a language between each other, right? Like what you said, if you constantly change, and actually you're gonna ask me, are you really be able to communicate? And most likely you need to reflect yourself, is that I can communicate with my teacher. But of course, it's a balance, right? Not extreme. If you really have a bad teacher, of course, you're going to evaluate and make some change. But a lot of time, we, like what you said, husband and wife, I'm 26 years, so there's always up and downs. 26 years marriage, my experience. So it's always have up and down, emotional up and down. How you resolve it? Actually, ballroom dancing, it's so similar to life. So I agree with you. A lot of people nowadays are just too quick to switch, without, really ride through the tough times sometimes to get the communicate through and resolve some of the differences, because we just even see each other. What the teacher wants from you and what you want from yourself may not be exactly the same, but how we find the common ground. and continue to thrive through it.
True.
I can't agree with you more.
True.
So this is a great, advice. So if I ask you as a one piece also advice for a competitor in the dance floor, um, what would you say?
One piece of what? Sorry.
Advice for a competitor.
Don't look to results. Don't look to judges' mark. Um, Everybody wants to win, and that's normal um, humans' behavior. Especially if you compete, definitely we are competitive. We want to win, but and of course I'm joking. Look at those marks, but do not forget they mean just that much. Most importantly, it is how you feel, and the biggest part it is what your teacher, coach says. How much you improved, what did you do well, what you could have done better, and on which elements we have to work. So as long as you are improving, as long as you're making progress, that's what counts. And that actually only one thing what you can control. You cannot control panel of judges. Um, and as I said, sometimes judges have a difficult task to marking, that number one couple, and somebody sometimes have to be last. So it is okay. Don't get discouraged if your marks not showing how you wish, um, and just focus on your own progress. So that's my advice, because sometimes as we talked earlier, we forget the purpose why we dance. So because we dance, or we should dance first of all, it is for our own benefit, joy, improvement, experience, and then only for external result in front of someone.
Agree with you. Of course, when we win, the hype is almost like a drug suit to our body. It's nothing can replace that. I totally understand that as well.
And it's
But
a good
after
thing to want to win. Don't take me wrong. I think you should go for this title, for champion title. To be South Open champion is very prestigious. So go for it, absolutely, or make a final, definitely. But make sure it's your priority that you are going to do better how you did at the previous competition, or whatever you've been working on the lessons. That's a priority. The cherry on top, if you're going to win, get well placed, the cherry on top. But most importantly, focus on your own progress.
I think this is such a good advice. And then so many of us basically forget when we get on the dance floor. So it is after 17 years of competition, I get that. But it takes time to really, really understand that. But again, we need to remind ourselves again and again and again. Actually, we know how we dance. We know how we dance well, or we know we don't dance well. So sometimes I dance not that good, I place well, I don't feel that accomplished, and if we dance not so that's not dance well, but we don't place as well as we thought. Actually, let's focus on the part, like we're talking about the positive part, that we feel good because we dance better in the dance floor. So but of course the mark, sometimes we set the expectation. I realize that don't set expectation, and that is the best advice to myself, and said I don't set the expectation. I have a goal, of course. My goal actually is to do a better job and do the best. compared to last comp, like what you said. That is the pure goal. And whatever mark I get, whatever mark I get. And then as long as I improve and I achieve my goal. So I am leaning now not to set number one, two, three. And I'm just focused on better, better, better.
Mhm.
And whatever result it comes up, whatever it is. So
Because that's only one thing you can control. It is your own dancing. You cannot control marks. You cannot control different obstacles who might come your way, lights or slippery floor or who knows else. So somebody maybe looked at you a particular way, or just slept not so good. But so as long as you focus on your own, that's what you can control. The marks you cannot.
excellent. So I really like that. So as an organizer, you have you have 4 events you're organizing
And
right
while
now.
you talk about the
So
results, sorry, while you talk about the results, may I tell you about politics, about judging politics?
okay.
So, just one little thing, what actually my coaches used to tell all the time, because in any art, um, unfortunately, there is some space for the politics. You like it or not, it just happens. And very often, I don't think politics are just not so objective, maybe criteria you judge or you think people judging. Anyhow, my advice is dance much better than your competitor. Then no politics going to put you down. So if you're clear champion, you will be first. If you're clear finalist, you'll be in the final. Of course, if you just a little bit above, that maybe, yeah, you might not be lucky for various reasons, but if you clear much better than somebody else, you don't have to be afraid of politics. And one more thing about politics, I'm talking about my South Open Championships. Do not forget that, like on the panel, we have not one judge, not two, not three. Depends which division, but we have from minimum 7 to all the way 17 judges. So, one judge may be not gonna see when you dance your best, but the majority they're gonna see your true dancing, and they're gonna mark just the way you are.
I agree with you. I said, most of the just normally at least are fair. As a human being, if you watch another judge interview, and then it is true if you're similar, they always go for the one they're familiar with. But if you are way good, they need to mark you, right? So in general, that is like what you said. If you are way better, you focus on that. At least majority of them are, is a bell curve, and you have more people, recognize you, and then if you do so much better, you will be marked. If and most of the time we are not, right? It's pro-am dancer, I need to say. So we think we are better dancer than we actually are. I'm just saying, I know because I'm looking my dancing and I look at my video, I'm just like, oh God, I thought I do so well. I do this big stretch, but from the video, oh, I
Exactly.
barely stretch, you know?
So that's why I just addressed about politics, because sometimes I do hear dancers mentioning some politics, but this is very important to me because I organize 4 events and I bring lots of judges from all over from all over the world, and so first of all, making sure that everyone, the professional, everyone are well respected. And in my experience, it is truly, truly 99% of the judges are truly professionals and they mark the way they see. But everyone is different. For some judge, it is more important particular element. For someone else, more important musicality, some footwork. So we are different. So you will be marked differently, not because anything else, but just because what that judge believes should be priority in the dancing. So 99%, they are all masters in their own field. So I wouldn't, yeah. So talking about the
Thank you
politics.
for articulate this. And then I do welcome people to watch some of the interview with the judges. And then really, truly, everyone, I asked them, what you're most focused, one thing important for you to judge. Sam was like footwork. Are you doing the healing? Okay, I suck on that cross. And some is the performance of the part, how make me feel is complete. Oh, I'm good at that. So it's like it's I'm thinking Sam was gonna mark me very low and
Yeah.
someone that marked me very high. So I agree with you. Every judge is a human being. Their focus will be a little bit different. So, like, I appreciate what you articulated. You trying to make this really fair, and then you'll find the judges. And I heard that for some judging, you remove the top and then the low score and only do the middle type of, it's almost like Olympic kind of,
Exactly,
you
it's a
find the right.
majority. For audience to understand, if we have, let's take 5 judges. We have 5 judges, and 3 judges going to give you first place, and 2 judges. By some reason, they really like you, and they gave you last, 6th place. So guess which place you're gonna take? Not in the middle. You're gonna take first place. Even the 2 judges gave you the last. It's just majority of the marks. So majority judges believe you are first, so you're gonna get first place. If majority judges believed you was 6, then you're gonna do the 6. So all about majority. So so that one judge wouldn't be able to really make a difference or final outcome of the result. Back in the day, so that's a different system. Back in the day, it was, let's see, all progression is good. Back in the day, it was just they would sum all the scores, would be in our case 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 6 plus 6, would divide, and then who gets the smallest amount of the marks, and that become first. There is no more adding and dividing. It is by skating system majority of the placement. Yeah.
Didn't know that. Thank you. So there are improvement to make it more, remove some of the political issues that the pro am teacher is recognizing and voice, because there is a concern, which is a valid concern, like what you said. There are steps actually with the team and looking at that, because everybody should be marked, equally, or at least we trying to remove the extreme, and then the majority win. So I really like this, and then thank you for articulate this difference, right? Anything else that we didn't know as pro-am dancer that that help release the mind, right? Sometimes I feel, sometimes we too focus on, if we don't win, your teacher, sometimes some teachers, not all teacher, trying to protect it. I'm a good teaching, you didn't win because of political. So I do see some kind of these kind of discussion. I just hope as pro-am dancers, we are armed with information and we don't bias on that. And then we just need to reflect on ourselves. We don't win, sometimes not just about political, sometimes it's not good enough as well. So anything else that you want to add to this political discussion, which I love to address
That's why
again?
I brought up. Everybody loves it, but it's not that secretive or nothing that special how people think. Yeah, so I said it's not nothing special, and it does exist, but it's very little.
Thank you so much. And that's wonderful. I think I get a lot out of that. I'm hoping more of the pro am dancers knowing and join SIT's competitions and everything forum as a vendor will be going to the South Open in December. I personally
That's
will
right.
be there.
Oh, actually, one thing.
Yes,
So then you say why to choose competition? We were
yes.
talking
Would you ask
before.
that?
Because yeah, so the competitions could be very different. Talking about the South Open, what I'm very proud about, that we were able to contract JW Marriott now for many years already, and because JW Marriott Grande Lakes in Orlando, it's extraordinary venue. It has a beautiful park. The rooms are comfortable. The ballroom, it is humongous, which is we always like space, and it's connected with the Ritz-Carlton. Those people who would like a little bit more extravagant dining or experience, they're literally connected to the Ritz-Carlton. So I'm very proud of that venue. And for those viewers who thinking about choosing which competition, if you would like to combine vacation experience of the some luxury, you can come to South Open. You can stay at the JW, which is fabulous, and you can stay at the Ritz Carlton. Obviously, dinners, dining, great. And December, my favorite month, and probably for most of us, because of the holidays, everything decorated, very festive, and the energy in the South Open, we're all about the holidays. So that's also fun because once you walk in the ballroom, you can feel this electrifying energy of the holidays. So very cool. So yeah, December from 4 to 8 at the JW Marriott Grande Lakes.
I will be there personally.
Awesome.
Our company will be there. We have been supporting the South Open for many years, so love it.
You said you're coming at the end of the weekend.
I am coming on Thursday
Here you go.
and through the weekend to Saturday. So for people that on the call, and I would love to meet. To me, dancing is one part. You know, meeting people, the community, the energy, the happiness is more I thrive for. So, and I'm hopeful to meet a lot of you. If you are going, please stop by our booth and say hi to me and to my team and say hi to Sid. And it's such a great event. I need to say, definitely worthwhile if you are around, and especially for the north people, you know, with cold weather, come enjoy us and have fun. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sid.
you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me. See you
I'm
in
looking forward
Orlando.
to seeing you and enjoy your beautiful events soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So I hope you like what we're doing and give us thumbs ups. And I hope you get something out of this interview. Our next guest will be Alex Bell and Aubrey Mead at November 7th, Thursday, 7:30. And it will be, they are a pro-am students and become professional. So I think they will have tons of experience on that. Now they just recently win the Rising Star CBC dance sport, so we're gonna be happy to have her to share with us. Oh, before I start, actually, I saw someone I forgot to ask. Anyone want to ask question with Sid? You can. I forgot. If you want, raise your hand on that. If not, I will thank you for joining and have a good day. Give us thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have a good